When Alwars Maharaja ordered a minister to bring his wife to the palace party, the princely states of India, under British rule, were often a theatre of opulence and intrigue. But few rulers matched the eccentric grandeur of Maharaja Jai Singh of Alwar, a man whose life was an extravagant blend of spiritual theatrics, royal excess, and court politics. Born into the exalted lineage of Rajputs, Jai Singh bore a title that seemed longer than a royal decree: Honorable Colonel His Highness Rajrajeshvar Bharat Dharma Prabhakar Maharaja Shri Sawai Sir Jai Singh Ji Virendra Shromni Dev Bahadur GCSIGCIE. But his flamboyance wasn't limited to names alone. Jai Singh famously purchased 6 brand new Rolls-Royce cars, not to cruise the boulevards of his princely state but to make a pointed statement. Offended by British condescension, he repurposed those very symbols of Western luxury into municipal garbage trucks. It was his way of turning insult into imperial irony. Yet, beneath this veneer of righteous defiance, his reign from 1903 until 1933 was marked more by indulgence than governance. Despite claiming an aversion to women, a sentiment repeatedly cited in court memoirs, his palace was the venue of lavish parties where women outnumbered men, and modesty was a forgotten concept. As recorded in the memoirs of Divan Jarmani Das in Maharaja, the Alwar palace allegedly transformed into a playground of hedonism after dark. Maharaja Jai Singh, though personally withdrawn from female companionship, presided over events where queens, courtesans, and the wives and daughters of his courtiers mingled freely with senior officers. These gatherings, notorious for their decadence, became whispered legends of swapping and secret alliances. Even ministers were said to have developed intimate relations with members of the royal Zanana harem. One such figure, Ghazanfar Ali Khan, a charismatic, high-ranking minister, became the central character in one of the palace's most bizarre and revealing dramas. Ghazanfar Ali Khan was said to be magnetic, admired by women and envied by men. As he grew closer to the palace's inner circle, murmurs of discontent began surfacing among the Maharaja's officers. The tension came to a head when courtiers accused him of hypocrisy while he mingled freely with the women of others. His own family remained veiled behind religious modesty in Lahore. The Maharaja, initially dismissive, eventually commanded Khan to bring his wife to the upcoming Diwali function, a royal order the minister dared not refuse. But his wife, a devout Muslim woman from Lahore, refused to attend the Alwar court. Caught between royal wrath and personal predicament, Khan found an audacious workaround. In Delhi, he sought out a beautiful courtesan, conducted a temporary mutanika, a fixed-term marriage permissible under Shia Islamic law, and trained her in the mannerisms befitting a royal consort. She was schooled in etiquette, conversation, and charm, and soon, the Begum of Ghazanfar Ali Khan arrived in Alwar. To the court, the transformation was seamless. The Begum dazzled everyone. Courtiers who had once seethed with jealousy now congratulated themselves for enforcing her attendance, believing they would now gain access to her the way Khan had accessed theirs. Khan's plan worked brilliantly. He partied, charmed, and ensured his Begum enchanted the court. After the festivities, she quietly returned to Delhi, not to a mansion, but to the very brothel from where she had been hired. Days later, a telegram reached the palace: the Begum had taken gravely ill. Another message followed soon after, that she had died. The Maharaja and his courtiers mourned. The drama was over. Khan resumed attending parties solo, his reputation strangely untarnished, and the court never questioned his private affairs again. Despite the rebel rise, Jai Singh's state was bleeding. His unchecked spending and flamboyant lifestyle had pushed Alwar into deep debt. Farmers bore the burden of his extravagance, as taxes were hiked cruelly to replenish empty coffers, sparking periodic agricultural uprisings. Swipe left for next video. A self-styled spiritual monarch, Jai Singh once even adopted the attire of Lord Rama, wearing dhoti, bow, and quiver, believing himself the divine incarnation of the ancient king. But his rule ended not in divine glory, but in forced exile. The British, tired of his whims and unable to manage his financial irresponsibility, ousted him in May 1933. He wandered across India and Europe until he died in Paris in 1937 at the age of 55 as a king without a kingdom, remembered not for reform or justice, but for Rolls-Royces, reckless luxury, and a royal court where fiction often blurred with fact. Latest blogs.